Hello and welcome to the Crafter's Toolbox. This time I thought we would look at a fun double stencil technique, and I'm going to lift up this vellum here so you can kind of see what's going on there. And we'll be using two stencils from altenew, and I want to show you some instructions on them. So on this dotted one, it shows that you can use the stencil and then shift it to get the double dot pattern. And the same thing with the scallops, that you can put it in place and then shift it to get a double scallop pattern. Well, we'll be using a little bit of that, but then we're going to actually pile them on top of each other to make a really fun double technique. So using my new Wendy Vecchi station, and it's really cool because it's just this big magnetic sheet, or metal sheet I should say, and it has a grid on one side. I use the back side when I'm doing my blending so that I don't get any grid marks on it, and I put down my little piece of craft mat, and I'm just using a little scrap here. So let's just get this kind of lined up. I'm using these fun new brushes, new to me brushes. These are not the super expensive ones. These are some amazing, equally amazing ones that I found on the cheap on Amazon, and there's a link in the description if you're interested in these. I love them because I have a really heavy hand when I blend, and it makes it so easy for me to do something beautiful and light like that. So I do use a little Post-it to get some of the ink off. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend in my first layer. And it is just like a toothbrush. I love using these. Now I do have my scrapbook.com ones. I have my Tim Holtz Distress ones. I use them all for different things. When I want something where I can really control the amount of color, I go for these. I think they blend even a little more smoothly than the scrapbook.com ones because those are a big brush, and sometimes they leave a brush mark. This makes it really easy to go in circles. So I have my first layer on here, and I want to go ahead and add in the dots. So what I'm going to do is just lift up one of these and put my dot stencil right over it. So you'll note I haven't moved the stencil underneath at all. It is still in place. And I'm going to go over this with Ocean Waves, which is a greenish blue color. And when I put them together, it's going to make a fun green because these two dyes are going to blend together and make this awesome green shade. And the fun thing about doing these dots over this is that you don't have to do them everywhere. You can just kind of do them in some places a little darker, some places a little lighter. You don't have to go over everywhere, so some places none at all. And then you're going to end up with this really cool thing. So let's see what I have underneath. I'm going to leave this open because I'm going to do one more thing. So now I can lift these up. I've held it at the bottom, so that way if I do want to put more ink on, I can do that. But this is really pretty cool already, and that's basically what I'm looking for. So you can see the dots only went on the places where the scallop was allowing it to go through. So it's a double stencil. So now I'm going to take the stencil and shift it so I can get another layer in here. It takes me a minute to figure out where I'm at. Oh, there we go. Found it. Okay, so I can put this in place. And now I'm just going to do some more of the Ocean Waves just by itself. Just add a nice light blue dusting. And that's it. Pretty cool. So now I have this extra blue in here as well, and then I have the yellow with the blue dots over it that turned green because of the two inks blending together. It's really, really cool. So pull out two of your favorite stencils and try them together and see what you come up with. If I did it the other way around, you would end up with something a little different. So, experiment with your stencils today and see what kind of cool things you can come up with. I hope you enjoyed this technique that you can add to your toolbox. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me again for more in the Crafter's Toolbox. Until next time, happy crafting.